Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. As always, we want to give thanks to our Patreons and our newest patrons.
Yes, we want to say a huge thank you to Diana and Exacto Knave.
Yes, thank you guys for joining and being part of the Patreon family again. Exclusives going up every week. Yesterday was the day we did 3 videos. The day before, we took a very rare break from making videos. And we just have a lot going on construction-wise ourselves right now. And here you go, the coming one world religion. This was channeled material, the newest channeled material that Cindy has done. And, you know, some stuff that, again, I just don't hear anybody saying this exactly because, you know, she is a unique channel and she's actually getting stronger and channeling better every day that goes by. This was really, really interesting. And yeah, we are heading into completely different times right now. And sure, the planets play a massive role. The stars play a massive role in all this. And here we go. Another sign. You have a rare planetary alignment. This is what the sky's going to look like tonight. Saturn, Mercury, Neptune, Venus, Uranus, Jupiter, and Mars all lining up in the evening sky right after sunset, looking to the west-southwest. Wow, this is really very cool. And so I hand it off to Cindy.
So when you start to learn about planets, and in my case, I like astrology. Astrology really makes me very happy because it just helps give me an understanding of the world that I live in and those that are around me. So when you have a planetary alignment like this, it's very unique. It's amazing. It's not going to happen again for a very long time. But also keep in mind that this can create very large personal changes. So if I can just take a step back just for a moment, yesterday was a new moon. And with this new moon is very, very unique. So when we have all these planets rolling together plus a new moon, it is an excellent time for manifestation. I cannot stress that enough. You want to definitely write down your dreams and your wishes and your hopes, and do not hold back. Do not worry about how is this all going to come together. Just write them down and allow the universe to let things move into alignment. And the reason I'm so excited about this with this new moon and all these planets is because we're having the upcoming eclipse and lunar eclipse, and it's a very powerful lunar eclipse. So for the next 18 years of our lives, we are going to be manifesting a certain dream. And it's like it's a lunar eclipse on steroids because it's been going on for a millennia, a very, very, very long time to get to this one position. So you have this lunar eclipse going on with the strength of Saturn behind it. Now, that can be a little bit problematic because that's going to tell us, okay, we have to let go of something. There's something in our lives that's just not working and that we're going to have to allow that to release. But at the same time, it's the birth of a new thing. It's the birth of a new idea. It's the birth of a new dream. So for the next 18 years, we have a lot going on in our lives. So this is a really big moment in time. It's a very important moment in time. And I really encourage everyone to write down their hopes, dreams, and wishes and send it out to the universe.
We could see how things are moving so fast in these times, and I do think that these coming lunar and solar eclipses are going to speed us into another stage, another quickening. We know consciousness is expanding. We've been in the darkest of a dark age, which again just simply means the absence of light. Light is gnosis, it's knowledge, it illuminates, it gives us true understanding. So what's been missing from our reality is really understanding what is that reality. It's not what we've been taught. And if we're going to look to textbooks and the science, we're going to be, sadly disappointed because as we find, the science is always changing. And, and when she was talking and saying how much she loves astrology and not astronomy, Well, we might find out that if we're talking about Vedic astrology, it's literally been far more accurate than the astronomy that we've been given by science, because, again, the distances that they tell us are not accurate. The actual makeup of what makes up space. Oh, it's a vacuum. No, it's not. It's not a vacuum. It's more like an ocean than a vacuum. Life abounds. So, when she was saying that, it really hit me that, yeah, if you want to talk astrology or astronomy, you might have people that are more scientifically oriented saying, well, astrology is woo-woo and astronomy is real. And the reality is the science has been misguided, and astrology, especially Vedic astrology, because it takes into account the actual tilt of the earth and, the precession of the equinoxes, has been more accurate the whole time. But the reality is every single thing that we've taken for granted has been distorted. So again, going into textbooks, any type of textbooks, discovering older texts, that have been hidden for a while, they might get you more illumination, so to speak. But if it's within the last maybe 4,000 years, 6,000 years, it's going to be corrupted by the system, because the system has been in charge that long. That's how long this has been going on, possibly even longer. But, again, as we get more information, what we start to do when we understand our reality is to understand how important it is to go within. There's nothing more important, because that's where you're going to find your truth. You're not going to find it, listening to Noah or, NASA, who, by the way, again, Noah just had a big layoff. And I think it's fine, perfectly fine. They laid off a whole bunch of weather forecasters. Well, the reality is, again, we understand the reality with the weather. So what point are they really serving doing that anyway? This is the time for people to follow your heart. First discover who you are, not who society tells you you are. Who are you? You're certainly not, in most cases, going to describe your inner workings accurately if you just simply say, I'm a doctor, a lawyer, or an Indian chief. This is not who we are. And we take on different personas all the time. You could be a totally different person in the dream state and then wake up and you're back to being in this vehicle. And all of a sudden, you're Michelle Jones again, or whatever it is. No, well, you're temporarily Michelle Jones, but you're much more than that. So when we look to the signs that are given to us by these bodies, whether it's eclipses or whether it's, any sort of phenomena astrologically, what we're really looking at is the programming of the universe. So there's powerful clues to be given us there.
I think people would have better luck if they studied things more like the Schumann, if they studied things more like the sun, study things more like the planets, and understand yourself and where are those planets at, how do they affect you, and how can you make your life better with these understandings. I mean, sometimes it really, really helps. Sometimes people don't need it at all, but other times people hear something in their chart and they're like, oh, wow, that makes sense. And it's almost like breaking a spell, and suddenly everything's okay because you realize, well, it's written there all along. So I do thoroughly enjoy the planets. I enjoy manifestation. I think everyone really needs to get out their pen and their paper today, because it's not too late, and write down their hopes, dreams, and wishes and make it big. Absolutely. Make it big.
Absolutely. And be your unique version of you. It's finding yourself. It's going within instead of relying on that external stimuli that we've relied on for far too long in the dark age. As always, guys, thanks for your support. Come join us over at Patreon. Again, you could join the family for as little as $1 a month. There are different tiers with different benefits. Lots of things going on. Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.